Hello, I'm Pastor Len Smith, interim pastor at Shepherd's Heart Fellowship. We're going to share again some items from a book called Holy Humor, compiled by Cal and Rose Samra. These stories and jokes come from a variety of places all across the United States and many denominational backgrounds. We're not meant to offend anyone by any of these stories. That's my disclaimer. First story is from Sherwood Elliott Wirt from his book called The Book of Joy. And it's called Hurrah for Pentecost. What changed Jesus' disciples after the crucifixion from a scattered, frightened band of fugitives into the most remarkable collection of human beings the world has ever seen? It was J-O-Y, joy, imparted by the Holy Spirit that changed the disciples and knit them together at Pentecost. J-O-Y was what Peter preached at Pentecost, and joy was the atmosphere in the early Christian church. This was not the traditional hushed solemnity that has characterized so much of the church over the centuries. It was euphoria, hilarity, unspeakable gladness. Another story comes about a traveling evangelist who always put on a grand finale at his revival meetings. When he was to preach at a church, he would secretly hire a small boy to sit in the ceiling rafters with a dove in a cage. Toward the end of the sermon, the preacher would shout for the Holy Spirit to come down, and the boy in the rafters would dutifully release the dove. At one revival meeting, however, nothing happened. When the preacher called for the Holy Spirit to descend, he again raised his arms and exclaimed, "Come down, Holy Spirit." Still no sign of the dove. The preacher then heard the anxious voice of the small boy called down from the rafters, "Sir, a yellow cat just ate the Holy Spirit. Shall I throw down the yellow cat?" From Conrad Hires and his book, And God Created Laughter. Some churches have so successfully cultivated a somber mood that their sanctuaries resemble funeral parlors more than a place of worship. Worship has the feel of a memorial service. If the gospel is good news, when do we get to shout, "Whoopee"? We should come to worship with the enthusiasm of one invited to a party, not the reluctance of one going to the dentist. And our last story for today. A minister was having difficulty preparing a particular sermon. He said to himself, "Maybe the Holy Spirit will tell me what to say on Sunday morning." When at last he stood silently before his congregation, he turned to the Holy Spirit for guidance. A celestial voice said to him, "Tell the people you are unprepared." This was submitted by Ron Burke from San Marcos, Texas. Thank you for watching and listening. We invite you to attend our life application classes for all ages at Shepherd's Heart Fellowship at 9 a.m. on Sunday mornings. And please tune in online, or better that, come in person to our worship services at 10 a.m. Thank you for watching and listening. Have a great day and a wonderful week.